Hi everyone, Father Tony here with this week's chapel message. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about prayer. Sometimes when I talk to you, I'll ask you, if you are a person of faith, to pray for something, for peace or for people's safety or for health. But what does it really mean to pray for something or for someone? What is prayer? Actually, there are lots of different ways to think about prayer and lots of different kinds of prayer. There are really five main types of prayer, and this is true in all religions, not just in Christianity. The first is when we pray for something that we need. It might be a request for help getting through a difficult time, or help doing a good job with something that we're trying to do, or help in feeling better if we're sick. And the second is kind of the same, except instead of praying for something that we need, we pray for something that someone else needs. If we're worried about someone else's health or safety, we might pray for that person. If we know someone who's traveling, we might say a prayer that they have a safe trip. These first two kinds of prayer are called petition and intercession. You don't have to remember those words, just remember that one kind is asking for something for ourselves, and another kind is asking for something for other people. Now, a third kind of prayer is called confession. And confession is just a fancy word for telling someone something. In prayer, it can mean telling God that we believe in God or believe in certain things about God. Or it can mean telling God that we've done something that we know we shouldn't have done and we feel bad about it. In some Christian traditions, a person can go to a priest to confess their sins and receive absolution or forgiveness. And it can be very comforting to be able to tell another person what we've done wrong and to hear from someone else that we are forgiven and that we are loved. Confession can also be done in public, in our worship, when we're worshiping together, or it can be done alone in private. And the next types of prayer are called praise and thanksgiving. And that's just what it sounds like. It's praise for God or the Creator, praise for the creation, the beauty of nature. It could be saying thank you for something, anything that we're glad about. If you've ever said a prayer before a meal, that's a prayer of thanksgiving for the food and for those who prepared it. If you've ever gone outside on a beautiful sunny day and looked around at all the beautiful trees and the grass and the blue sky, the sunshine, and you've just felt so glad to be alive, whether you know it or not, that's really just kind of a prayer of praise and thanksgiving. The last type of prayer is called adoration. And adoration is kind of like praise. Adoration really just means to adore something, and it's about expressing our love for God. In most religious traditions, all these different kinds of prayer can take all kinds of different forms. Sometimes they're printed words on a page that we say or sing in church or temple or mosque with other people. And sometimes they're just whatever words pop into our head or come out of our mouth, like saying a quick prayer for help right before we have a big test, or when someone we love is sick, or when we're feeling thankful for something good that's happened. There really is no wrong way to pray. Anyone can do it at any time. And there are more ways to pray, really, than we can imagine. There are no right or wrong words that we can use if our hearts are in the right place. Well, next week, I'm going to talk about prayer again a little bit. And I'm going to talk about a way that we can pray without using any words at all. So until then, I hope that you all have a great week. and I will see you next week. God bless.